Hello everyone, so in this video let us talk about the A problem from the latest Codeforces round 824, problem name working week. So the problem statement is not too difficult, but I think so it might be difficult to grasp the logic part of it very intuitively. But let us try to understand that by taking some examples. So the problem statement goes like this, that you are working, like you are doing a working week, and your working week consists of 1 till n days. Okay, now after n days, you again start from the first day. So it's like a week. Like you have 7 days in a week, they have n days in a week, one from n. Okay. And three of them are day off. Now one of the day off is the last day, n. Okay, so the last day is 100% a day off, and other two you have to decide what all you want the day off to be. Now choosing day off, you have to pursue two goals. Okay, whenever you're choosing the two left. So there are n days, and you have to choose out among those n days three leaves or day offs. The last day is always a day off, and among two you can choose out, and the choosing is among these conditions. No two days should be like, the day off should be consecutive, so like you cannot just choose two consecutive day offs. And the thing is that working segments framed by days off should be dissimilar. So you want dissimilar type of proportion. So let's say it should not be happening that you should be doing continuous type of holidays. Let's say like after 2 days or like 5 days you were doing holidays, so they should be dissimilar. So for that, what you'll actually want is, more specifically, if the segment of the size L1, L2 and L3 are day long, then you want to maximize the minimum value of the differences between L1 minus L2, L2 minus L3 and L3 minus L1. So let us, and you just have to find out the maximum value of the minimum of all of that and just add that. So if you still don't understand, let us take this example, this one. So let's say there are 10 days in a week, and the last one, which always will be a holiday, that is the last one. Now you just have to place two more holidays inside this whole week, such that uh, the value, that is the maximum of the absolute difference between the holidays, should be like the holiday length should be minimized. So like the minimum value should be maximized. So what you can understand is that if I put these two crosses like this, like these two holidays, then the first segment, okay, this is considered L1. So L1 is the first segment length. So this is of length 2. The other segment is of length 1. And the last segment is of length 4. So these are the four segments which you can observe. So 1, 1, 3, and 2. 2, 1, 3. So 2, 1, 3 are the distances which 2, 1, 4 are the distances which you can see here. And then you just have to find out the absolute difference between them. So one difference is 2 minus 1, other is 1 minus 4, and the last is 4 minus 2, because these are the differences that you have to find out. And the minimum of all of them is actually equal to, which you can see, equal to 1. Okay, so the minimum of them is this 2 minus 1, which is 1, and you have to just maximize this. So that's the overall thing. Now you might be getting confused how you can solve such a problem. So first try to understand that we have n blocks. Just try to say that we have n blocks. Among those n blocks, 3 blocks will be filled by the holidays. So as you can see that if I have like let's say 6 blocks, so 3 blocks will be filled by the holidays. So let's say so now I have n minus 3 days that I have left, that I have to work, but I have to somehow like place these days. So what you can understand is, let's say that I have placed one holiday here, one holiday here, one holiday here. Now I have, let's say, n minus 3 days left. Now I have to arrange these days in where fragment. So there is one space here, one fragment space here, one fragment space here, and one fragment space here. Okay, because as you can see that there is one fragment space before X, the first holiday, and there is some space, and then the second holiday, and then some space, and the third holiday. So these spaces in which I have to somehow fill this n minus 3 working days. Okay, that's the overall thing, because I have placed some x's. Don't worry about the x's. Okay, I have just placed them. I just have to fill these n minus 3 spaces, like these working days, among these empty spaces. Okay, now how will you fill these spaces? I have 3 places. So let's say if I do n minus 3 divided by 3, I just equivalently try to divide or like fill these spaces out by this. So n minus 3 divided by 3 just means that I'm just equally filling out this space. Let's take one example to understand this. Let's say if I have 10, just take this as the only example. Let's say I have 10 days. 10 minus 3 means that I have now 7 days left. For those 7 days, I have to fill between these 3 segments. So let us 7 minus 3, 7 divided by 3, and it is equal to 2. What it eventually means is that because I want a dissimilar type of holiday bracket, like the working bracket, it should not be like equal. I should not be like working out that's they actually want. I should not be just putting out 2, 2, and 2. So I should be like putting out in a dissimilar manner. So let's say like I will first fill the first value with 1. So the first working week before the first holiday is, let's say, of one day. The next should be of, let's say, 2 days. Yeah, let's say it's 2 days. And how many are remaining? So holidays are left. So I have total of 7 holidays. This is one, this is two, and this is, let's say, remaining is four. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so four holidays are left, and that's it. Now what you can understand is, so this is how I have filled these holidays out. And then if you just find out an absolute difference, so this, the absolute difference is one. This is the absolute difference between them is one. The absolute difference between these holidays is, let's say, two, and the absolute between these two is three. So the minimum all of them is one, and that's the answer, which is one. Answer is one. Okay, so what you've understood is that if I have, when I have done n divided by 3 n minus 1, like n minus 3 divided by 3, it has divided into equal segments, but I don't want that. I want that they should be in a certain manner. So let's say if I have not divided, like I have divided in equal, I have done that, I will divide them in an equal manner. Okay, but I have not divided them in an equal manner. I have first filled the first value with 1 and then 2 and so on. Okay, in that scenario, the smallest that I've got is 1. Okay, when I divide n minus 3 divided by 3, the answer that I've got for 10 is 2. So the answer is that, answer I got is 2, but the answer that I got is 1. I hope you are clearing what I'm trying to say. Thing is that, let's say, when I have done n minus 3 divided by 3 for, let's say, 10, n equal to 10, the answer that I got is 2, which is like 10 minus 3, that is 7, 7 divided by 3 equal to 2. Okay, I got 2, but the answer for this problem is 1. So the thing is that this is not the answer is this minus 1. So n minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1. That's the overall answer. I might be asking like how this is correct for all the problems. Let us take one more example to understand that whether this is correct or not. We have to just like clarify our hypothesis that whether this is working or not. That's it. We have to just build our answer and just try to fill out that whether it is correct or not. Let's say that we have let's say 25. Let's say I have 25 days. 25 minus 3, that is 22. 22 working days are left. I have to divide it into 3. That is equal to 7. Okay. Now what I have understood from this is that I have to somehow divide the holidays in some sort of a segment. Like the maximum value I can get, can it be 7? No. Can it be 6? Let us try for 6 then. Can I get a 6 value? So let us, I will always put the first value as 1. And if I want to get the difference between these two values as 6, I have to fill this value with, let's say, 7. The first value is 1, the next value is 7. How many days are left? Because total I have is 22 days. The maximum I have, the maximum working days is 22. And how many I have filled? I have filled this number of days, that is 22 minus 8 days I have filled. So how many days are left? So the days of left are, let's say, 2. So 22 minus 8, 4, 14 days are left. So let's just 14 days are here. Now what you can understand is that this difference is 6 and this difference is 7, which is fine because this is the minimum that I can get, which is n minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1, which is fine. If I somehow make this little larger, let's say if I place 1 here and let's say 8 days here, then eventually this will become 13. Now this will become larger. Okay, this will become larger that I want, but this will become smaller. So 13 minus 8 is equal to let's say it is equal to 8, 9, 10, 11, 5. It's equal to 5. So what you understand from here is that if I have tried to raise this value has become much smaller, and this will now become the smallest among all the three, and it will become 5. But I have a larger value. I want to maximize the largest value, like the minimum value. The minimum value for that previous case was 6, and this is 5. So I've got a 6 answer, that is fine. That's the overall logic that we're going to use here. You can use more example to understand and grasp some knowledge out. But what we'll do is that we will first try to get that whether I will get that answer for a particular value. So I've just take n, take 3 values out because all of those holidays, so n minus 3 divided by 3. Now among that, I just have to check that can I get a value of n by 3, whatever the value I can get, as a maximum value of the answer that I want. I cannot get that. I will always get an answer that is n minus 1 of that. Whatever that I answer get, I just take one of that, like minus 1, and I can always get that particular value as an output. Then just print it out. So it's just a simple O of 1 operation to just check it out. It's just a problem math. Okay, it's not, you can just get it very intuitive. You just have to draw out some different cases and check that whether what is the maximum value I can get for a particular, and then you can eventually lead down to that. So that's our logic and the code part for the first problem. If you have any doubts, you can mention in the comment box of this particular problem. I will see you next one. Keep coding and bye.